Hi, James Melendez, James the Wine Guy here, and excitedly so to talk about white Pinot Noir. White Pinot Noir is really interesting, and I'm seeing more of it. I'm seeing a lot of it from Oregon, firstly, and from Italy as well, but I'm also seeing that from California, but only a few producers in California at this point. Now, I brought out these examples, and for me, it's one of these ways, and first of all, technically, what happens here is that you don't have skin contact or very, very little skin contact, maybe a few hours skin contact to juice, as opposed to this red Pinot Noir, where you have many more days worth than you do hours worth, or even any contact at all. So I think that's the combination lock here, is that more time with skin on the red and less to none on the white. Why do this? Well, first of all, I also wanted to compare and contrast. Look at the packaging. So in the white Pinot Noir, you see a white clear package and the traditional green packaging on the red Pinot Noir. That's a tradition. And I think, first of all, I think the content here was to see truly is white. It's not a characteristic. It's not a marketing scheme. It is something that's actual. And I think that is the beauty of this wine here. Now, I think that you're going to see more of this, and that's because of this versatility of this wine to really go into the white zone, if you will, the white wine drinking world, because there's some people, no matter how hard you try to get them to convert over to be a red wine drinker, you just can't. So there's an opportunity for that. But there's also an opportunity for food in Pinot Noir. So it has a really, almost 360 to taste wines with a greater percentage of foods, greater diversity of foods is probably the best way of saying that. So the red, you have a category or subcategories or certain categories. White wine, you go into another level. And I think that's the beauty of this. And also you're going to serve it, just like a traditional white wine, you're going to serve it chilled and non-chilled. So, I really wanted to compare and contrast and smell these differences, and there is a difference. There is a difference in the taste profile, though they are both Pinot Noir. But I think you're going to see this mainly just in Pinot Noir. I don't think you're going to see a white Cabernet Sauvignon. There is a white Cabernet Sauvignon grape, but you're not going to see a white Merlot. I think you're going to really just see it pretty much in the Pinot Noir category because it lends itself well. It produces a compelling wine. And so I think from the producer's point of view, and first of all, I'll just point out Brandenburg is a Southern Oregon producer from the Umpqua Valley, and so they produce this white Pinot Noir for 20 and this red Pinot Noir for 22. But it was just really, very curious to smell, and if you were blindfolded and you didn't get the feel of the glass itself and know that this is a cold wine, you would be tipped off that this is a white wine. If you were, just tasting from, just dripping from the bases here, you wouldn't be able to tell that. Now, these are really characteristically different wines. Pinot Noir is Pinot Noir, of course, but in terms of the way it's produced, it can be different. So this, I'm getting a little more floral notes on it, and what I would term as a organic marshmallow. Beautiful quality to that wine here. And this wine here is really that traditional signature of Pinot Noir. It's that violet characteristic, a bit of cola, red candy, rose petals, so many different characteristic call-outs on this red Pinot Noir that I thought, it's just really nice to taste, compare, contrast, and find, things you can do with this. This is really amazingly cool. And so I would caution, say this is not a trend. This is something you're going to see much more so, because I think a wine drinking public is seeking that. I love it. I think it's a great variation. It's a great talking point. It's a beautiful wine to look at and to taste as well. So for more wine reviews, please go to jamesthewineguy.com. Please subscribe to my videos on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Vimeo, Google+, Pinterest. Salud.